Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wandering Tavern. We've been gone on a small, well, I guess, vacation for 2 weeks, so we're back. This time, not with more bad fan fiction, but with some trailer reactions to Gotham Knights, the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power trailer that Amazon just dropped, I think on the 14th, so Wednesday, and then Andor. Both of the Gotham Knights and Andor were released back in May, but Lord of the Rings was dropped pretty recently.
Yeah, and it's not doing so well.
And no, it's not. But both myself and Ryan, or sorry, Caesar, have things to do later, so let's get going.
Yes, let's.
Oh, okay, so we're starting with Gotham Knights, so let's...
There are 30 other rooms in this place to hook up.
Mom, I swear we were just talking.
Already we have so many things.
Like, what's with these CW shows and having this? What's with their obsession with this like techno-y nightclub music crap?
I don't know. And it doesn't sound very good either. Like
I swear, every CW Arrowverse show has that genre of music in it.
it does. It
Yeah,
very much does.
especially an Arrow. Like Green Arrow's lair is right below a nightclub. Trying to be hip and cool.
Harry, we have to drink together?
Right.
Okay, so this is Carrie Kelly.
Another redhead who has been race swapped.
Yep. The war on the redheads continues. Redheads are not allowed in modern DC.
I know it's such a weird it's such a weird thing. Like I don't believe that I don't actually believe there really is like this purge on redheads, but I can't deny that redheads seem to be the most targeted.
Also, she's a strong, independent woman of color.
Yep, and she's fat, and she's supposed to be Robin.
We have to drink together?
Right, sorry.
Oh, somebody broke into the good stuff. Your dad gonna be okay with that?
I don't think he'll miss it. It's a questionable choices.
God. Okay, so can we talk about the fact that this child cannot emote? It's about to get worse, but can we talk about the fact that no one in any of these little snippets of scenes so far has been good?
Everybody relax. I got this. Harvey.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hold on.
Everybody relax. I got this.
Do you know who this is?
Two-Face. Well, Two-Face to be.
And I'm talking about the actor.
Oh no, actually, kind of looks familiar.
Yeah. So this is Misha Collins. He used to play a character on a very on another very well known CW show, Supernatural.
Oh, never mind. It's not. It's not Harvey Dent. It's a Harvey
It is
Bullock.
no, he's Harvey Dent.
Really? I mean,
Yes.
in the Batman mythos, there is a detective named Harvey Bullock,
No, he's Harvey Dent.
but Harvey Dent's he's a lawyer, or he's a DA, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And he's Harvey Dent.
Then what's he doing there?
We'll see.
I mean, if he's Harvey Bullock, that'd make more sense because he's a cop.
But remember, Harvey Dent and Bruce Wayne were friends. Hello,
All right.
Horned Rabbit.
Yes.
So it sort of makes sense that you'll get it in a second.
Turner, it's your father. He's dead.
So is this in continuity with Batwoman?
I don't think so. Also, they're just letting this man touch the dead body.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be weird if that's the case because the CW recently did their adaptation of Crisis on Infinite Earths, presumably trying to merge all the different continuities into one. I don't know.
Well,
I didn't watch it, but I've read
no,
I've read the comic version
but again, CW has just killed Batman.
again.
Like in Batwoman, he mysteriously disappeared, and then Kate actually killed him in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Like, we're just
Well,
gonna murder Bruce Wayne.
they killed a version of him.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they got fucking Kevin Conroy to play him, and then they treat that version of Bruce Wayne so fucking poorly. Like you got the voice actor who plays Batman in the DCAU to play a live action Bruce Wayne, and you just make him an asshole who gets killed.
And then in this show, he's just dead.
I imagine he'd probably eventually come back in some shape or form. Like maybe they're gonna retcon and say that's not him.
I wouldn't believe that. Batman has to die. Batman can't be the central character in a Batman show. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a
We'd
thing
have
that's a thing they've done a lot lately. I
could
think.
you
Oh, you
go
go
ahead?
first. Oh,
No, I'm about to make a joke, so you
okay.
sounded like you were making a serious point.
Okay, so I've heard that I think it has something to do with rights. So because we have Batman showing up in the movies, they can't make a live action show about him. So that's why we get all of these weird spin-offs. Like got Gotham, this show, Batwoman, Pennyworth, all these Batman shows that don't have Batman in it.
I forgot Pennyworth existed.
I did too up until today.
I forgot Pennyworth existed. Okay, so well, I propose an alternative to your theory, to your thoughts. That being that, how could the modern writers, with in good conscience, considering the state of the world today, follow a rich white man around and make him look good as a character? After all, rich white men are the source of all the world's evils.
Well, except for Batman, the writers will always find a way to make Batman fight for their cause. It's like in the comics, they made Batman into an Antifa apologist.
Did you know he was Batman?
This guy looks like a Harry Potter reject.
He does.
It doesn't help with the lighting and the saturated colors.
Secret any longer must be
Or
released.
not saturated.
Okay, so I have a question. Who the fuck is this kid, and why is he a dick? Like, for no reason. Just comes up and is like, yo, you don't have to keep your father's secret anymore. Or something bullshit like that. Like, his dad's dead, motherfucker. You show some respect.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Relief.
I'm trying to emote and be intimidating. My childish good looks are sort of countermanding that point, but you know.
So who is this guy? Is this Dick Grayson or Damian Wayne?
Guess again.
Tim Drake, Jason Todd.
Keep going.
And none of the above. He's a brand new character.
I shall introduce you, my dear friend Caesar, to Trevor Wayne.
So okay. He couldn't go use a more familiar character.
You couldn't use, I don't know, Tim Drake, Jason Todd,
Characters that are
Grayson.
actual adopted sons of Bruce Wayne from the comics,
Yeah.
or Damian Wayne, his biological son.
My father believed that each of us could become a light and bring a new dawn to Gotham.
Can't imagine what you must be going through. I am gonna find who did this.
Fucking Christ.
Oh,
It's
dude, rewind that. Patch where he threw the thing.
Can't imagine what you must be going through. I am gonna.
No,
look at his face. He's like, I am angry.
I am angsty.
Yes, angst. Project angst. Anger, grief, sadness. I don't have the emotional range for this.
Find who did this.
Yeah.
Epidemic of violence since the demise of the
bruh, you might not want to be standing there. There's a car on fire behind you.
Dark
To
Knight.
wonder who will protect Gotham now that Batman
I
is
have Batman forever. I get
We
it.
have 3 suspects in custody.
All right. Are you ready to meet the people that supposedly killed Batman?
Yes, shall we?
Pressure fingerprints on the gun that killed Bruce Wayne.
That's not what happened.
We were paid to break into his office, not kill him.
It's like a museum had sex with a bank vault.
Oh my god.
Ha ha ha.
You're just trying to get us to turn on each other.
my brother walks.
I'm trying to get the truth. Are you really the Joker's daughter?
Okay, so yes, meet Dwella Dent. She's basically Alice from Batwoman, but you know, without the actress who basically made Alice just a fun character to watch, because you could tell at some point the actress realized, oh, I'm in a shit TV show. I'm gonna just chew on the scenery here.
I would like to speak with my legal counsel.
And you shouldn't have shot at her kneecap.
Turner, there's one more suspect.
They think I
Oh wait, sorry, not Trevor. Turner.
killed my dad because I wanted his money?
Okay, so let me just pause right here and go into how much this does not make any sort of sense for any police officer to ever conclude.
Yeah, considering the fact that he was at a party at his house while the murder was happening.
With at least 100 witnesses. So, unless somehow, Turner has the ability of teleportation, which, as far as we know, in CWDC, teleportation doesn't exist. The closest you get is like the Flash and Supergirl's super speed. So, unless Turner is hiding some sort of super speed, in which case he could just kill Batman by making it look like a heart attack. Heck, thus, you know, mitigating any sort of blame on himself. Or he hired someone to do it, in which case, let's be real, this kid's not that smart. So he throws a party and the police are like, clearly you have motivation to do it.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh, look, it's the Bat Brat.
No, you haven't figured it out? We didn't kill your dad any more than you did.
They don't care if we're innocent.
Time to pick a side.
Yeah, $10 says that one androgynous guy goes by they them pronouns.
Probably. I forget who the other two are, but I wouldn't believe these three could kill Batman if Batman was literally dying of cancer, like IV in hand, and dying of cancer in the suit, just like, let's go. I still think Batwoman would kick all three of their asses, and they'd be like, "Bitch, we didn't kill shit."
Yeah, that actually did happen in the comics one time. The Golden Age Batman actually fought a guy while he was dying from cancer.
Like, see?
What the hell are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to get these cuffs undone, and it's not working. Colin and Harper had no problem getting theirs off.
What? He's in on it. They all are.
Wait, how do they walk out of that uninjured?
Good
The whole-
question.
The whole thing
This
tipped
man-
over.
Yeah, this man's got a bruise on his head. Like, blood dripping down from his head. The hell?
Good job, easier.
What?
How?
How did that impale his hand? How was that impaled within his hand?
She threw it really good.
Why did that cop car randomly fucking explode?
I don't know. She did it. Or just one of those really awkward things that people do in trailers when they splice together two unrelated scenes.
Who the hell are you?
Carrie Kelly?
Wait, I know you. From Trig.
Oh my god.
Okay, maybe she's not fat. She's looked like that at the party.
Yeah, but also his line delivery just ugh.
Okay, so presumably she's Robin. She's
Yes.
okay. Bruce Wayne made her Robin, but never introduced his own adopted son into his world.
Apparently not. Despite, almost every Robin being adopted by Bruce Wayne through various means and becoming Robin because he thinks it does good things for them.
Except Jason Todd. He turned out for the worse.
No. Jason Todd in modern continuity is pretty stable. He just likes guns. Which,
Yeah, that's true. I guess I'm more familiar with the more well-known parts. Getting killed and then becoming a murderous vigilante.
Yeah. I mean, he's still absolutely a murderous vigilante, but
Okay, so did you ever
he's tamer now?
So, did you ever watch the Under the Red Hood movie?
Yes.
Did you also see the Death in the Family movie?
No.
It is such a waste of a good idea. It's a brilliant idea. It's like kind of like one of those visual novels where you can decide what path to go, and that determines the outcome of the movie. But it's so squandered. Only one path is actually given a lot of detail. The other two are just kind of rushed through.
I knew my dad was Batman.
I became his eyes and ears. Called me his little Robin.
What fucking bullshit?
So that's where the name Robin comes from. This continuity,
I guess.
Apparently, she's also the first and only Robin.
Apparently.
And here I was thinking maybe Dick Grayson would show up in like an episode or two.
We can't prove we're not killers by killing someone. We have to stick together, find who really killed my dad, and clear our names. Because we all deserve justice.
Hunt down these fugitives.
They'll be looking for us in every alley, every dark corner of the city. There's one thing they don't have.
Okay, so within that little montage of snippets, it shows that these young teenagers are taking on fully armed and at the very least armored, in the case of the SWAT team, trained professionals.
Yeah, well, the kids have one thing the cops don't have: angst.
Apparently. Oh, are you ready for this? I don't know if you saw this on the Nerdrotic thing. This is so funny.
No.
The Batcave.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, I have seen this. The mask, the cowl is all.
What the Oh my god.
It's a batarang that's kind of shaped like a boomerang.
And it's awful looking too. Like it looks plastic.
The Batcave.
Let's talk about this mask. Oh my god.
Damn it. The ears look like they're slanted.
Batcave.
Oh my god.
Like look at this. So it looks like someone just took like a leather mask like for BDSM stuff and glued or like sewed flaps to it. Like this is a prop mask that's just like a piece of cheap pleather, and they sewed or glued ears to it. It looks that bad.
Ironically, that's actually what Batman's cowl is in the new movie. It does look. It also looks like a BDSM mask with ears sewn onto it.
So I just want to mention this. This show has only been cleared for a pilot. It hadn't even been cleared for a season. It's a pilot. Yeah, they all do need more eyeliner or legacy. They all do, especially Dwella.
Hey, tell me, you brought the Batmobile, right?
No, my mom's car. Gonna be a tight squeeze.
I call shotgun!
Well, hopefully the police
I hate
don't.
it.
Hopefully the police don't follow, or the police don't identify them.
I know, right?
You could have a car with a fucking license plate on the back.
My mom's car.
That was terrible. So
that was awful in every single way.
Yeah, so I'm guessing the reason why they're not using more iconic characters is because of the Gotham Knights video game, since that one actually does have more familiar characters. Got Nightwing, Tim Drake, Robin, Batgirl, and Red Hood.
Yep. Also, yes, it is just going to be another cheap teen drama.
I am not hearing good things about Netflix Resident Evil.
I don't know enough about Resident Evil either as a movie franchise or as a series to say one way or the other.
Yeah, same.
All right, shall we do The Lord of the Rings?
Yes, let's.
There was a time when the world was so young. There had not yet been a sunrise. But even then, there was light.
Call to me.
All right, so I think first things first. First, this looks really, really beautiful.
Yeah, visually speaking, it's really nice.
But visuals are bought by money.
Yep.
Call to me, lands far away.
Elves have forests to protect. Dwarfs their mines. Men their fields of grain. But we Harfoots have each other.
For I must now wander this wandering day.
We're safe.
Our diverse female hobbit.
You have fought
loosely based.
Put up your sword.
The enemy is still out there. The question now is where?
It is over.
You have not seen what I've
The
seen.
guy he looks like an off-brand James McAvoy.
Yeah. You know,
Oh, that's not.
so this
Is that James McAvoy?
I don't know. But let's so
The question now is where?
It is over.
You have not.
so let's talk about the elves. So Tolkien describes the elves as having sort of being
Okay, no, it's not McAvoy. It's Robert Arameo.
he's been in a couple other things, I think, right?
I don't know.
I feel like I've heard that name before. But Tolkien describes the elves as very tall, like tall, willowy, and having some like an ageless sort of beauty about them.
Yep.
This looked like some bitch at a con. She got elf ears from Amazon and has them like just placed over her regular ears. You know what really sucks is we've seen this done. Like Elrond in the Peter Jackson films does not look like he has ageless beauty, but I think that's made up for by the fact that his actor kills every scene he's in.
Yeah, I think it helps because Elrond, or at least that portrayal of Elrond, he's a very stern man.
Yeah, he is.
Stern elf.
Mm-hmm. And then there's Galadriel, who this is very much not, who in the movies is I don't know who she's played by. But she has that sort of she's given that sort of ageless beauty effect, and really Orlando Bloom is probably the best achievement because, like he has that sort of effect. But these two, they look like they're just people at a con role playing a scene.
I can forgive this.
Like where's the sort of makeup where's the makeup and the lighting to make them look, unaged, youthful forever, but with sort of this and I think what Jackson does and is in a lot of the scenes, he lights the elves very, very softly. He either lights them super harsh or it's super soft, one of the two. And then he has the makeup basically make them look angular. So you'd have basically like the lighting here should be brighter, or the lighting here should be a little bit brighter. She should have her makeup should be set to where it makes her face look angular. And that way she sort of takes on this humanoid but not human kind of appearance.
Like, yeah, I'm willing to forgive that. That just seems like that's the least of the show's problems.
True enough.
Seen what I've seen.
I have seen my share.
Though, admittedly, it looks really weird seeing an elf with short hair.
Yeah. What's also weird? So, do you want to bet Galadriel's right about the enemy secretly hiding away, or is the man that looks like he's never seen a day of combat in his entire existence gonna be the one who's right?
Gee, I wonder which. Is this supposed to be in continuity with the Peter Jackson movies?
This is supposed to be take place in the Second Age.
Okay, well, during the Second Age, Elrond still looked like Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, exactly.
So if this is supposed to be, right before Sauron invades the rest of the world, then
yes. Like this is supposed to be the time between the betrayal and Sauron's invasions.
Not seen what I have seen.
Darkness will march over the face of...
Oh my god.
It looks like Bill Murray, a young Bill Murray.
Yeah. He looks like a young Bill Murray without the awful hair.
the earth. It will be the end, not just of our people, but...
Okay, so this is the Queen of Numenor. We can absolutely ignore the fact that Tolkien specifically states that the kings about states things about the kings of Numenor, and you know how they were proud of their long line. I mean, but you know, we just have a queen.
all peoples.
I am sorry, but their time has come.
The past is with us all.
The past is dead.
Do you feel like that was spoken to you? Do you feel like that they pointed at you and said, that, hey Tolkien fan, shut up. You're consume product. Damn it. You will love it.
Yes, let the past die. The past sucks.
We either move forward or we die with it.
I choose die with it.
The beginning of a new era.
Ditto.
Or just be like Eric July and just make your own thing. I hear that Rippaverse had made like over $2 million.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, man.
I've heard that. That's great. That's great to hear.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all haven't already, go donate to the Rippaverse.
Yeah, I still need to do that.
Let's start a new comic book company.
This could be the beginning of a new era.
So let's talk about this action scene right here. Just here. Let me pretend. Hold on a minute. Gravity, I'm gonna need you to like pause for like 2 seconds. So
it's ironic that he said you do that.
Okay, so these are supposed to be hobbits, right?
Yeah, they're Harfoots.
So
they're like I think they're a sub race of hobbits.
So where's the fur on their feet?
Hold on, rewind it. I didn't see. I don't see their feet.
Like where's the hair? Like Tolkien specifically meant like this is basic bear. This is like head empty lore knowledge of Lord of the Rings. Like if I asked you to describe one trait about the hobbits, it's hairy feet is the one.
Yeah. Admittedly, it looks gorgeous. But like I said, it looks gorgeous. It's as Critical Drinker brought up, it doesn't really tell you much about the story. It's very hollow.
It is. Like it's extremely hollow. Like what is the story? What am I going to look forward to story wise? What arcs am I going to be introduced to? What villains are there? Who are the villains?
Yeah, I mean we've already seen we've seen photos of orcs.
Like all we got in the trailer though was some like ominous red Sauron gravity people flying kind of thing. And then random wolf attacking a man with a chain. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a super generic fantasy trailer, Horned Rabbit. You're right.
Yeah, and the big problem with this is like there's nothing inherently wrong with having a European fantasy series that's racially diverse. However, if it goes against the creator's vision, then don't do it. Like Lord of the Rings is basically like Tolkien's attempt at making English mythology. And then you also have something like Witcher, which is like based on Slavic mythology. So, however, something like with the Netflix series Dragon Prince, I'm actually fine with that being racially diverse because that's an original property. So the writers can do whatever they want with that.
All right. Moving on to our last one, and we're making good time. So, if y'all don't know, this is a series teaser for Andor. And if you don't remember who Andor is, you are forgiven because he appeared in one thing, Rogue One. And Rogue One is by far the most mediocre of Disney's attempts at a Star Wars movie.
But it's also the best one. Yes. Yeah, keep that in mind. Of all of the Disney Star Wars movies, the best one is just mediocre.
Exactly.
Admittedly, I did really like the last third of Rogue One. That was done really well.
Mm-hmm. So let's. So as we go through this, remember that Cassian Andor was, as a character, was created in a time when Disney did not know that men were the root of all evil. So this is how far they've come. See, I'd be willing to put money, because we see a diverse female character in this teaser more than once, that our dear Cassian Andor is going to fall by the wayside or be taught an important lesson about listening to women, and women are capable too, kind of thing. This is how far Disney has come. They're literally cannibalizing their own characters. Let's start with what the fuck is this?
I assume it's supposed to be like an alarm bell.
It is, but why?
That guy's gonna go deaf.
He was wearing ear protection. Ah, here she is, our diverse female character. She will be strong and independent, and you will love her. Why is everything got like the blur filter over it?
Go on!
Are those Imperial officers?
I guess.
Kind of looks like comic book Star-Lord.
Are they supposed to be like police officers? Like what's with the weird uniforms?
They're so proud of themselves. So fat and satisfied.
They're everywhere. They're watching me now.
Woman, you started a rebellion. What did you think was gonna happen? You would be spied upon.
That Mon Mothma?
Yeah, that's Mon Mothma.
Soon enough, these days will end. There will be no rules going forward.
People are standing up. That's what a reckoning sounds like.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we saw Cassian Andor all of twice. And he got one line.
I didn't
We
even
saw
notice that he talked.
like he had one line. He talked about like the Imperials being fat and happy and satisfied.
Oh, yeah, okay, that.
But it was just like, so we saw so show is supposed to be about him, but apparently it's also about Mon Mothma. And I'm guessing since we saw her twice, that there was also going to be a new diverse female character. Because remember, Disney can't leave even its own original characters don't steal all alone.
Well, I guess to give credit where it's due, it doesn't look as offensive as Kenobi or Boba Fett.
Fair enough,
but that's only because there's not much to Cassian Andor as a character.
Exactly.
He's a piece of wood. Well, he's a piece of wood with a slight attitude. Like of the characters of Rogue One, he's one of the least boring, but that's not saying much. It's like saying that burnt toast is slightly more interesting than bread.
I agree with that assessment. I mean, they're going to try. They're going to try and make us forget that the Star Wars universe was hopeful. Rabbit. They're going to try their best.
I mean, I'm fine with it being gritty, depending on the time period it takes place in. But it all just comes down to the execution. And
My issue Go ahead.
Disney just hasn't been really proving themselves.
My issue is that because they can't let the male officers of the empire look good, the entire empire must be incompetent. It's a problem with Rebels, it's a problem with it's a problem with a lot of shows where the empire just looks bad, where the empire just looks incompetent.
And then it makes you wonder, how the fuck are they able to control the galaxy for 20 years?
Exactly.
Like it's a problem with woke people have when it comes to portraying fascists. They want to portray them as a bunch of dim-witted buffoons, but they also want to portray them as a serious threat that needs to be stopped. But you can't have it both ways. Either they're dim-witted buffoons or they're an actual threat.
Yeah, that's a huge problem with Disney.
And that actually was a good thing about Rogue One, is that it did portray the Empire as like an actual really a cruel regime.
It very much did.
They nuked an entire city just to get a few people.
They nuked an entire city to test, because there were potential targets there, but also to test the super weapon that they were building.
And then they nuked the beach planet because they were just to get rid of a few rebels
and protect the data that they thought was still on planet. Like, they made that strategic sacrifice. Like, yes, we're going to lose our data archive. That sucks, but they cannot get away with the plans for the Death Star.
Yeah, just you can't really portray the Empire as being incompetent, especially considering who the leader is. The leader is a guy who spent several decades plotting this whole thing.
Several decades plotting it, and then it is his like point man is one of the premier generals of the Clone Wars. Like fucking Anakin Skywalker was a great general. Well, like like, and it's so baffling that it's the idea that these rebels are just too quick for him. No, Vader planned around like anytime Vader goes up against rebels in the comics or in other adaptations, like there's a Battlefront novel, the Star Wars Battlefront. It's about a rebel. It's like a rebel mercenary. He's being paid by the Rebel Alliance to be a part of them. He doesn't actually believe in the cause. He encounters Darth Vader, can do nothing, and Vader's just like Vader and the Imperial like officer this dude's been guarding for the whole book. Look, are just like Vader addresses both of them as if they are beneath him. As if his time is not best spent dealing with your bullshit. Because he had Luke Skywalker to deal with.
Yeah. Also, not to mention, it was also at least for Darth Vader, it was a very common practice that whenever there was an incompetent officer, he just killed him.
Exactly. He's brought us to. Your general has failed. He's brought us in too close. The rebels were waiting, basically, and so he's just like, call this man. Yeah, you're hot. Congratulations on your promotion. You're captain now. Don't fuck it up. Like in front of the guy he promotes to captain right after him, he kills the previous captain. And it's like, bitch, don't fuck it up. But now he's just like Kenobi has fucked Darth Vader.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up Kenobi.
Kenobi has fucked Darth Vader as a character, and that's sad because Darth Vader was probably the one thing Disney could relatively rely on to be a cash grab. But now they've ruined his character forever.
Yeah, so
no one escapes the chopping block at Disney.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how the Vader Obi-Wan fight went. I didn't watch the entire thing. So it doesn't does he leave? He just leaves Obi-Wan for dead or something like that?
So there's two of them. One, Obi-Wan runs away after Vader basically it's. So I don't know how much about the first one. I know a lot about the second one. But basically, I know there's one point in that fight where Obi-Wan, who has returned himself to his peak force abilities, basically picks up a bunch of rocks and hurls them at Vader. And Vader just casually blocks them all with his hands.
Yeah, if it's okay, if Obi-Wan can do that with relative ease, then why the fuck doesn't he do that on Mustafar?
Good question.
He's on a fucking volcanic planet.
Yeah.
There's rocks everywhere.
Here's a or better yet, here's a wave of magma. Just magma on Anakin.
Yeah, man, just when Obi-Wan says, it's over, I have the high ground," and he sees that Anakin's getting ready to jump, he just summons lava and just engulfs him.
Yes, exactly, Legacy. Boulders are just foam rubber. And poor Hayden Christensen. That man does not deserve the flack he gets for his portrayal of Anakin in Star Wars.
Yeah, no kidding.
Whereas I think he does an okay job. Of but to be brought back, pushed into the suit of armor that you know is not Anakin Skywalker by any stretch, and to be like the worst portrayal of Darth Vader, and he knows that. You can tell. Like, he looks like Mark Hamill in the interviews he's doing when Mark Hamill was in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, just there's so much you could have done with Obi-Wan, just keeping him exclusively on Tatooine. Like, Leia did not need to be in the series. There could have been other ways for her to learn about the name Ben Kenobi.
And like, why does Bail Organa call him? Bail Organa calls him. Bail Organa, the guy that is actively outspoken against the Empire or on his planet, thinks that, oh, the Empire's just not going to be monitoring my communications. So here we go. Let me just call up my old friend Obi-Wan Kenobi and get him to come look after my daughter, because God forbid I pay for a security detail.
So yeah, I've recently been coming up with my own rewriting of Kenobi. So pretty much in my version, it's pretty much the only thing that's the same from the Disney Plus show is that there's an Inquisitor serving as the main antagonist. Other than that, it's pretty much its own original thing. So yeah, in my version, I would also have Bail Organa communicate with Obi-Wan, but it's just like a status report kind of thing. Just ask him, how's the boy doing? Is he all right?
But why? Bail knows that if he's being spied upon, that communication would lead to Kenobi being discovered.
Just he could he could like explain to Obi-Wan that this is like some kind of secret communication. There's a bunch of security measures preventing the Empire from detecting it.
I guess. I still think that would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
But like, Leia is such a bad character in that show.
Yeah. In my rewrite, Leia would just simply be like a little cameo. She runs into Bail Organa's office while he's talking with Obi-Wan. She sees the hologram and just goes, "Hey, Daddy, who's that?" And then Obi-Wan introduces himself as Ben Kenobi. And then she's like, "Who's Ben Kenobi?" And then Bail just says like, "Oh, I'll tell you when you're older."
But that's the thing. Leia doesn't know Ben Kenobi. She knows Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's also
So
that's a problem with the original movie. Because there's when Luke rescues Leia, he says that, or he tells her that Ben Kenobi is with us, and she's like, "Oh, Ben Kenobi." So she is familiar with the name,
yeah.
Even though she shouldn't be.
Also, yes, the small child outrunning grown men and a Jedi, hey, is a little ridiculous.
So yeah, just in my rewrite, Leia is just simply a cameo, and Bail just tells Obi-Wan that he's trying to make sure she has a normal childhood before he drags her into his world.
Well, I think that's going to be it for us.
Yeah,
We've
I
gone
guess
through
so.
all the trailers. Here's everything that is coming out in the modern day is garbage. So let's make something new.
Yep.
We should support people's creative endeavors. If someone's making a comic book or whatever, or support them, whether it's through Patreon, Kickstarter, however. Or Razor Fist had it right when he said, if the culture rejects you, become the culture. So let's have our cultural revolution, so to speak. Get rid of these people, because Lord knows they're not going to be profitable for very much longer.
All right.
Hopefully we'll be back next week, but until then, y'all have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, take care.